always win. Oh, victory is in Jesus.
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?
Hello everyone, welcome to Positive Impact. My name is Joy Eluo and I'm your host for today. Positive Impact is an exciting and entertaining program where professionals come in to share their perspectives on burning issues and they also prefer solutions. Today we are going to talk about sustainable marriage. How do you sustain your marriage? We have a professional in here who is going to take us further on that topic. She is Dr. Mrs. Ajoke Enebeli. She's an entrepreneur. She's a business owner. She's a mentor and a coach. She's everything you can think of. But we'll get to see her when we come back. Don't go away. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?
I said, hey. And I said, how, because I knew the conversation with the Spirit of God. And I said, how old are you? I said, guess my age. I said, he said I should get, I now guessed 27. He said, no, he was 33 at that time. I said, yeah, you don't look it. So we just conversed, I entered the car. He now asked me my age. I said, I was 25. And I was 25. So we got into the car and we left. If you see me, I hated myself. Oh, we went to Aba, came back. Meanwhile, it was an event. We're going to usher as ushers.
Yeah.
Each time we got to, when the event started, I was an usher. He would come and sit down where I was ushering. I was saying, what kind of human being is this? Seth? He's not even born again. Imagine this kind of people. These are mixed multitudes. I was saying to my friend, I said, Siafa, look at this brother. He's so carnal. He will be looking at me. I said, okay, look at him. Look at him. See him. So we were just making jest of him, not knowing that he was just admiring me, like also trying to how would I call it now? To, get used to the fact that he too was being like this sister.
Yes, something.
Yes, you understand? So he was trying to get used to everything, what God was telling him to. My dear sister, it wasn't easy. Then program finished.
Okay, so let's go to where he now, like proposed to you, Christian sister.
Okay, we became friends.
Okay.
That was July.
Yeah.
No, that program was June. By August, we're going to camp. Redeem. We're going to go to camp. So we all went to camp together. Eziafa was there, a friend of mine. Went to camp together. I was ushering. Ezi was not working. He too was just a member, like Eziafa. Both of them were just members of church. I was the one working. The other guy too was an usher. So we were working at different areas. He would go and take lectures. He would go to his own class. I'll go to my own class. I'll be ushering. He would go. When we finished, we were moving together because we now became friends, all of us. Okay, we all became friends. So we became working mates throughout in camp. We were working together. And there was a class that we went to. I never told you that I was in a courtship that broke before I met him.
Yes. The person broke
The
your
person
heart.
broke
I
my
know.
heart. Someone broke
Someone
my
broke
heart.
your heart, yes.
Yes. And so it was like, I wasn't ready for anybody. That was why I was angry with him.
Yes.
When he was engaging in those conversations. So I was really, really angry. I'm like, no. I don't want anybody to come back again and break my heart again. But we became working mates in camp. I was in front of one of the preachers. One of the classes I was made to usher, and he was telling us the story of a monkey.
You and some other people?
Just in the class, because in camp they broke into sessions. Okay. They were break out. You choose any class you want to attend. So there was this topic. He now was teaching about let go. He said we should let go. Yes, that was the class I went.
So
I didn't know.
That message was for you.
I never knew it was what I was going to. They just assign you go and usher you.
Yeah.
That's how I went to that class. Say let go. He now brought the story of a monkey. And said, a monkey, there was a nut inside the bottle, and the monkey wanted to pick up the nut in the bottle. Now most of us are like that monkey. We put our hands to collect the nuts. When it's time to bring out our fists are clenched. It's okay, everybody clench your fists. All of us did like this. And then he said, open it. He said the monkey refused to open the fish so that his hand will come out because he wanted to make sure his hand came off with the knot. He said, so long as you're holding on to something, you can never get the blessing of God.
Yes.
He said, so many of us are holding on to our past. We're so embittered, we're so, we're so soaked in our past that we do not want to let go. If we want God to bless us, we should let go. Everybody open your hand and begin to pray. That's how I pray though. As I finished, I turned my back. In my life, Joy, I never had peace in my life like that.
Okay.
Honestly. It's the first time, even till today, I've never had that kind of peace. That's the peace that God calls beyond understanding.
Yeah.
That was the one God gave to me. The moment I opened my eyes, it was like they poured ice in my heart. It was like everything that I had that came dissolved. Because I knew he was a guy that liked me, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't interested because of what I just came off. As I just turned back, I saw my friend Ezefa with him. They had finished their own class, gisting and waiting. Meanwhile, he was talking to Ezefa about me. I never knew all this. So we said, let's just take a walk. So we walked.
So after the class, you now felt
everybody
the peace and
of
now you're
God.
relaxed and waiting
now
for
became
him to...
relaxed. And guess what happened? We walked down the street where the Geo's house is. You see men, these cobblers, people that are bookies, that polish shoes, you know. So my shoes were dirty, was dusty because in camp is this red mud you find, you know. And so we were okay, all four of us, me, Ezefa, his friend, and himself. We're just walking. And then they stole our bags on camp that year. Our money, everything that we had, they stole. So like, how will we come back? How are we going to come back home? As we're walking, he just bent down. He ran towards the malam. He took the brush.
After cleaning your shoes.
Joy in public, in church, in the holy ground. I almost died. He came. He said, I should wait. Now I clean. My shoes were dirty. Joy, you need to see this shoe. The only shoe I was wearing all my life. You could see the shoe that this shoe was waiting for who to change. How to change the shoes, you know. And so he brushed my shoes, was cleaning. One elderly woman just came. I can see the woman now. She just walked and said, sister, you're blessed, oh. Sister, you're blessed. The man is cleaning your shoes. Yeah. You're blessed.
So what was going through your mind at that time?
At that point, from that class to where we were,
You knew?
I was open.
You were open, okay.
Yes, I was open. I'm like, God, hope this man is born again. Because I didn't know him very well now. All I know, we were in church together. It's not being in church that makes you born again. Do you understand? So that was it. Then we returned. There was no phone, no. There was no GSM those days. So the GSM, there's GSM, but you need to have one. You need to own one, or you go to Nitel or whatever. So sending notes for you to message somebody, you have to go to the person's house to drop the message. So my younger brother came visiting, and I wrote him one letter.
To say,
Joy, I will ask him what that letter is, front and back. Notes, what they call it, full scrap sheet. I said, look, I do not want you around me.
You wrote that?
Yes, I do not want you around me. I hate it when men or brothers, or when men lie, how they deceive people. I just came off one. Honestly speaking, I do not want a relationship. Please be on your own. If you know that you're coming to joke around me, please just don't come near me. It's the last time, because he used to come around himself and his friend. They knew our house, so he will come to where I stayed. So I wrote this letter and I'll give Femi. Femi, take this as go to number 1 of Kaki Street. That's where I used to live. Go and drop it there. He read the letter. That one is a bold man.
And
he loves challenges. As my brother dropped the letter, next night I saw him coming. I looked at the window, I saw him coming. He said, what nonsense is this? What rubbish? How can you write this kind of letter? I don't like it. Don't stop it. Stop. Start scolding me. And also that the man was serious. So. You understand? So that's how the relationship started.
Okay.
I would go to their house. We were living in the house, like I said, the duplex. All the men in the world would gather there. And all that and all that. So that's how the friendship started. And then grew. Proposal. When now he proposed. So the way we were brought up as Christians, Christian sisters, we don't go to sleep we don't go to sleep in the brother's house. They don't even see both of you together. The moment he says, I want to marry you. They shouldn't see you together. Or maybe there are signs that, he's trying to get close to you. They don't see you together. Remember, blessed memory of Ono Fegara of those days, elderly man, you used to ask him, all his sisters in church, because he used to be generous, so he will give them money. They'll go and tell him that he likes them, so they feel that he's the one.
Okay.
So they were deceived. Most of them, let me not use the word deceived. They felt like he was. You understand? He liked them because of his caring nature, generosity. So he would call him and say, Brother Alex, this sister, he would say, no, I don't have anything. So like, okay, you're old enough. I think you should bring a sister. Things like that. I started talking to him. So on his birthday, there was no food in the house. When I go to the house, because you can't sleep, you go when there's everybody. So we're keeping the rules, you understand? So he now said, I said, what do people have in the house? No food in this house. That day was 25th of September, his birthday. Rice. There was rice. And everybody was hungry. All the men were just moving up and down the kitchen, very big kitchen, like that. That's okay, let's bring the rice. I saw curry. I saw onions. There was Maggi, there was curry, there was onions. There was not even ground oil. I cooked the rice. I put the curry. He now came to the kitchen, sat with me. He was going to propose.
He was watching.
Now sat on the island, something there. Now sat there. But just watching me as I was cooking this food. When I finished, now said it's the sweetest food ever.
Really?
I now said,
that's a toasting
so
star.
He said, it's so nice. That is the best. I said curry and everything. He joined me, we actually did it together, and then I was like, He now said, will you marry me? I'm like, with this rice. He said, what kind of condition? I'm like, I said, is that how they propose to people? He said, yes, I want us to get married, That's how it sounded, I'm like, wow. I cooked rice. That this is people use ring to propose to people. No ring. It was just after cooking this rice. This man said he wants to marry me. And I said, okay. I said, yes. I said, okay, no problems. We'll pray. Let's pray. I'm praying about it. Let's just allow God to, direct us and guide us and all that. So that's how, indirectly, to me too, I accepted the marriage. The proposal, and then that's it. There was no ring. He didn't propose to me with a ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you now, you got to know him, know that, because, how would I put it? Before you met him, you've had opportunity to do some big things for yourself.
Yeah.
So when you met him, this is something different, and you're not seeing those things that you used to see. Is it because of the change in your spiritual life, or what? Because of the love you have?
My wedding, if you see the dream, every woman has a dream for their wedding gowns, everything. I said, my wedding gown here will be open, like everything will be out. I was going to flaunt my figure, everything, but giving my life to Christ actually changed so many things, you understand? Being a believer changed a lot of things. I tried to play down on my own desire.
Yeah.
Okay, I brought down my own desire, my own will, and submitted to the will of God. And so, seeing him was like, this is your husband. What would you do?
Okay.
Do you understand? And because there was something inside, I won't say I was in love.
You
when I
were?
met him. No, I wasn't in love.
Okay.
Do you understand? But there was everything pointing to the fact that this is your husband.
Okay, but the love grew.
The love grew.
Much later.
Yes, I grew to love him. Like every day I see my husband himself in him. There was this prospect, there was this, in our conversations, you could see someone that has passion and love for family.
Yes.
He loves
It's
family.
very important, yeah.
Yes, he loves value for family. He had value for women, for wife. He would open the car for me to enter. It wasn't deceptive.
Does he still do that?
Once a while.
Okay.
These days, we know why we don't even count it anymore.
Yeah.
We're now like ourselves. There are things, all these young people, they think when you get married, your wife will always put food in your mouth. By the time you get to 5, 10 years, They will leave you to put the food in
You're by yourself.
Do you understand? It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, you're just now normal. You now know yourself. Like, okay, hey, you can help yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and all that. So for me, it was like we are now ourselves. You know, we now know ourselves so much. Bible says they were naked and not ashamed. There was everything that we didn't know. We knew everything about ourselves. You know, so there was nothing hidden for us. So I didn't love him from the beginning. It wasn't love at first sight. Okay, even when I saw, I was like, you understand? But I grew to see the value he places on human beings, on women, family, children.
Yeah.
For him, family is, you know, very important. So it made me also keep my guards, you know, and then begin to take one day at a time as I see him, you know. And right now, he's the best husband in the world.
You see, and you look back. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay. So can you go back? Have you really had serious challenges, like in the past, not now? You know, because people feel when there's money, I mean, you just overlook every challenge. But, you know, those days, you know, you've gone through challenges.
In trying times.
Real trying times.
Oh, yes. My marriage is like this today. Doesn't mean that I didn't have them. He really struggled, okay, in life through business. When I met him, he was expecting monies from contracts and jobs that he did. Like most young men till today, they will keep saying, I'm expecting money, you know. If I waited for that money, we won't marry. And till tomorrow, that money has not come out.
You see, they're waiting for money to do the marriage.
Till today,
the money
as
didn't
I
come.
speak to you, the company packed out of Port Harcourt. The money has not come and never came. But I knew there was something somewhere. He started repairing phones.
Okay.
My husband was a phone repairer.
Did he learn it or he just started? Okay.
He got people to repair phones.
Okay.
He rented a place in town. They will repair phones. He will buy recharge cards. People will come and drop recharge cards for him to sell. The boys will steal. They will arrest him, take him to police station, and write, when you come and see, when I go to and you see thief for stealing his name. I'm like, are you for real? The boys will steal.
And
we will discover how the cards, because in MTN you can always tell which number loaded the particular card.
Yeah.
So we got to know all these things. You understand? The owners of the card will now come and arrest my husband. They will tell my husband in the police station. I will see him there for nothing. People will lend him money. Maybe business goes bad. They will arrest him. I'll be there with my daughter. You know, you can't sleep without knowing that your husband is in a cell or somewhere, you know, suffering somewhere unduly. You understand? People do businesses with you and they feel that, oh, the business must bring out profits.
Yeah, and if it doesn't,
if it doesn't, they'll come and arrest
you. You take the risk alone.
You take the risk. So many people. There are people there's someone I even met that was telling me his story even before I met him. He came, I was with my aunt those days in GRA, and then he came, I was like, somebody was owing him, hey, this and that. Oh, with his friend, he lent them into business and all that. I didn't know it was my husband in future.
Yeah, okay.
I never knew.
Yes.
So, but when we got married, he told me stories about his life. And I said, oh, do you know this guy? He said, yeah, he's my cousin. I know him. We did business. I said, I knew this story. I told him I knew this story because, like I said before, we didn't hide anything from ourselves. So it was easy for me to tell people, yes, I know. Do you understand? So they would arrest him. The name calling was a lot. But because those were not, one thing in marriage and in life is trust.
Yeah.
If you trust someone before and when you marry the person, it makes things easy for you. You should be able to tell if your husband is capable of doing something, or your wife is capable. You should be able to tell. Do you understand? So when they come with something, I'll just know. I say, no, it's not the way they're saying it. But of course, who want to say, they will just say, would you rather say he did it after you're his wife? They'll say, you're bound to support him and all that, or, you know, favor him and all that. He really went through so much. We went through so much. It wasn't easy at all for us.
So when did you get the breakthrough after going through all that?
Oh, yes, it was God. Is it prayer? Is it fasting? Is it trying? We prayed, we fasted, we tried so many things. But for most Christians today, someone was saying something that, why are you the one saying it? Someone said something to me today, that he went to sell something to someone. The person now said, how come you're not rich? You're selling this kind of thing. You're selling books, how to be a millionaire, 10 ways of, 50 ways of becoming a millionaire. And you're still under the bridge, kind of.
Yeah.
So say, why is
You must have read it and become.
why are these books not making sense to you?
Yeah,
do you understand? Things like that.
Okay.
So what are we even talking about before I got here?
No, we're trying to talk about how he, broke through.
They broke through.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is, even when you're a believer, you should work. Bible says if you don't work, you won't eat. Jesus Christ worked, so he was a carpenter. Yes. Disciples fished. They didn't just go about preaching, they fished. Okay? They went into fishing.
Yeah.
They Jesus Christ himself did furniture with his father.
Yeah.
So he was not idle. So nobody should say, oh, it's only prayer and fasting that gets you success. You should also work. Look for something to do.
Yeah.
And no matter how little, it will grow. Okay? So that's how we started. From that little vocation he was doing, selling cards and all that, he got an employment. Because I've always liked a man that will work. Yeah,
9 to 5.
If you're working 9 to 5, 9 to 5, then do other things.
Yeah.
But he works, but
he's a business-minded
yes,
person.
he's a business-minded person. So everything he touches, for him, it's like that. He could come here, this is a gutter. He transforms the gutter to a duplex. That's him. He's just gifted. So when I saw all this, I said, he doesn't have it now. Tomorrow you will have.
Yeah.
With the little things we're doing, I got a job with the government too. I was working at some point, and while I was working, it was 13,450. That was my as a lady or a man. Live within that means.
Yes.
And then pray that God blesses and increases you, not just sitting down there and thinking that one day, hey, manna will fall. And when manna falls from heaven and that's it. But God blesses people's efforts. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, but He will.
Yeah, He does.
That's my own testimony. God will surely bless you. And if you do the right thing.
Yeah.
What I mean right thing, if you do the right, if you engage in the right vocation, don't just get up. Everybody is selling this, you want to sell. Those people are selling that, you sell. You get up in the morning, oh, I want to fry a car tomorrow. No, it's buns, I want to fry. Just make sure you're doing the right thing and consistently doing them. Before you know what is happening, you grow. So, like sometime in church, I was just telling some people, I'm like, our church is not a very big one. Okay? I find myself in a place where all of us started from the ground.
Yeah.
So if you join our church now,
you
and
will
you
know
see those people there, you don't know where they were.
Yeah.
And so some women want to hound their husbands to buy them cars. No. Your husband buys you one car. Maybe they don't feel like, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Okay, and some of them will be like, oh, you wear this kind of hair. They want to wear the kind of hair, Even the hair, you don't know how many times I paid even to get the hair where it is. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But you want to make your husband give you those things.
Yeah. Put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, put a lot of pressure on your husband. It doesn't work that way. I'm in public right now. I never put my husband under pressure. Yes, I never told him, give me money. I want to buy this. If you don't give me, never in this life. I never did it. I never asked him for money for myself. Okay, maybe recently I'll just say, I want this thing. Or I'll just say it in passing that this is one. If he just hears,
he'll buy it.
He'll just quickly know I need that thing. That's how it is. If I just say something, he'll just say, before you know, he'll buy me. I say, hey, I'm in this shop. That blue, is it the blue one or the brown one? I'm like, are you buying something for me? Do you understand? Because he heard, that's just a sensitive person that he is. You understand? So we didn't jump from where we were to where we are right now. In fact, if I begin to talk about it, we'll not close this session. There's so much suffering that we went through. Okay.
I have a question. So this guy that broke your heart, do you still hear about him, or have you heard of him?
This was going to make me cry because he passed on.
Really? I'm so sorry to talk about
that. The big minister in the States, he passed on.
Okay.
Died.
So let's not go that way, because I wanted to say something more.
Yeah.
So Thank you so much. We're going to have you again because you haven't finished telling us your story.
I know.
Yeah, so we'll have you some
We're
other
just
time to come
picking
in.
bits
Yes,
and pieces and putting together.
Yes,
Yeah.
really appreciate you. Thank you for coming. And I hope a lot of people have listened and have heard that
Yeah.
you know, people don't just fall from heaven down
Heaven,
here.
yeah.
They pass through, you know,
The
a
stages
lot
in
processes in
Yes.
life, and they are like in marriage, patient, submissive, loving, long-suffering, you know, and you know, peaceful, trying to make things work, and
yes.
you know. So, viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this part of the program. You can use our comment sections if you have questions or you want to, send us your comments, and please do not forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and share. We love you. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye. God bless.
The Maybach music.
Can anybody out there